What's up, everybody? My name is Clantus, and welcome to Clantus to Maguta podcast. So, as you guys know, this is going to become a thing. Every Saturday, we are going to have a podcast, 10 o'clock my time, 10 p.m. my time. And I think the East Coast of the United States, it is now 4 o'clock, I think. I don't know. I apologize, guys, that I can't find an appropriate time. So I'm just going to work with what I've got. And then if you are interested to watch the replay, then I guess that is how you will be able to catch up on what was talked about on the live stream. And then if you want to interact with me, it's either you send me an email, which is under my about of this channel, or you leave me a comment in the comment section, even though my comment section is a little bit problematic. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I've been trying my level best to fix it, but excuse me, it's not being fixed. So that is why if you send me a comment and I have not responded, because I do respond, I like responding, but I'm having trouble. I even sent a message to YouTube to look that up. Wendy Twa. Hi, Clancy. Hello, Wendy. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining. So far, you're the you're the only one. Oh, there's now two people that just joined. Thank you guys so much. I always appreciate it. It's a little bit of a shocker when I see the screen telling me how many people there are there. I don't know how my network is. If it's jumping, I apologize again. Maybe after I'm done with the questions that I have before me, maybe we can, call it a night on my side of the world. D Live, hello, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining. I highly appreciate it. So, as you guys can see, the title of this live stream, I'm interested to hear from you guys. I'm interested to put face to the name because that's the type of person I am. I like to see people's faces, the one that I'm interacting with as well. I left the link just above the comments right now. However, though, when I had put up the schedule, the stream, I got questions in my email, and there are about 5 questions with which were actually, it was more people that asked the same question. So I kind of like categorize them under dating because people want to know about dating in South Africa. The first question is, how is dating in South Africa? I think I did cover this one in one of my videos and podcasts where I told you guys that dating in South Africa is very intentional. There's no such a thing that I'm talking to this person and I'm also talking to that person and I'm talking to that other person. If you took an interest in, let's say, a guy took an interest in a girl, then they pursue each other, they court each other. The intention is to date steady or exclusively. So no girl in South Africa will be okay for me to be talking to her and also talking to other girls. And same goes with any guy in South Africa will not be happy to hear that the girl they are talking to is also talking to other guys. So it's usually a one-way stop. If we see each other, we like each other, the intention is to date steady or exclusively, and then we become girlfriend and boyfriend. If the relationship goes well and it is everything that the guy wants as well as what the girl wants, then the status of the relationship kind of advances to the stage where they may be preparing to either have a child together or to even get married or get married then start a family. So dating, as people know it elsewhere in the world, is a little bit different in South Africa. However, things are starting to change as well in the dating scene. You will find people who say, listen, I do not want to be attached to anybody. I just want to date. I want to date as many people as I want to a point where maybe I find the one And it's happening a lot with the women. Women these days, they're no longer much interested in having just one guy. They will say, you know what, I still want to explore, I still want to find my prince. So there's some number of frogs that I'm going to kiss before I find my Prince Charming. So that is kind of like changing, but it's changing at a slow pace because sometimes you'll find that a girl will say, you know what, I want to date many people, but as she's dating other people and she's talking to you, she might even have a problem that you are also talking to other girls. And also the other way around as well. When guys say, you know what, I don't want any strings attached, I like you, we can vibe whenever we need to vibe, and we go our separate ways and talk to other people. And then when they find out that the girl is also seeing other people or talking to other people, then there's a bit of a problem, which to me also contributes to gender-based violence as well in South Africa. I don't know if you know about gender-based violence. This is where women are being attacked mostly by people that they either married to or they are in a romantic relationship with or they are exes in other cases. So it's a scourge, unfortunately, that the government has absolutely no idea how to end it. And there are a lot of people that are calling for the death penalty to come back. Other people are calling for harsher sentences that, to be implemented. I'm calling for castration. I think no man wants their dingling to be chopped off simply because they force themselves on a woman or something related to that activity, which I cannot mention here on YouTube by its name. So it's just unfortunate that this dating scene thing is also coming with negativity on the side, like the extreme end of negativity, like somebody getting hurt or even killed simply because one does cannot accept that the person that they are talking to is also talking to other people. So I don't know. It's a bit of a mess, if you ask me. And I think if it South Africans are a little what do you call this? They are failing at talking. Then let's go back to being intentional. If I meet you, I like you, you like me, let's date. I not date like, but let's go steady and develop our relationship like how it's always been done. So if you are interested in a relationship when you come to South Africa, whether you are here for visitation, just know that as you visit, when you leave, you might actually be leaving behind a girlfriend or a boyfriend. That's how intentional things are because South Africans are very upfront when it comes to love. Like, what the question would be more like, what is this? And also, do not be surprised when you meet somebody today and they like you, you like them, and then when you separate, you hear them say, I love you. I know, I know, I know. Or sometimes, if you're a woman, you hear a guy says, I love you. I know that love is a powerful word, and it's something that happens over time when you are spending time with the person as you get to know each other, and then you catch feelings. But do not take that as having caught feelings. I think the word love is used quite loosely because in Zulu, for example, I think in most South African languages, like Black people's languages, the word love doesn't have any other name. Like in English, like I like you or I dig you or something along those lines, or I F with you. It's love. For us, there's no any other word. It's love. Yaktanda, meaning I love you. So I think don't be surprised or shocked. Like, how can you love me, but you just met me today? It's not that deep at this point yet. It's not that deep yet. However, as the relationship progresses or it matures, then both of you might actually start catching feelings. And this is where the word love, the one you know love is, and that's when it kicks in. D-Life says, my husband and I will be traveling to South Africa in 2 weeks. Woo! I cannot wait for y'all to get here. I'm so excited for you guys. I just had also another conversation with a lady that's coming with her son sometime in early December. That will be great because I close work around the 14th of December, and I will see it next year in January around the 12th, 13th, like that. So I'm available if you want to hang out. Now, there's no excuses for me not to be out with my amazing American friends that are landing in South Africa. Even tomorrow, I'm hanging with, actually, it's more like business that we are going to be embarking on. I forgot it was supposed to be today. And when I got the WhatsApp, I'm like, I'm in bed. I was enjoying my time in bed today because it was just so raining. Okay, like I said, guys, around this time, as we approaching summer, we get thunderstorms, we get hailstorms, we get all these just the rain. Today it was just raining, like heavy rains, which I did not have a problem because I was in bed. And I forgot that I'm meeting Stace today. Stace, if you're watching, I apologize. I'm so sorry. The only time I remembered when you sent me the WhatsApp, I was like, yes, yes, you were supposed to meet today. So no, we'll meet tomorrow. We'll see each other tomorrow midday. But anyways, dear, as I was saying, I think in 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks? Wait. Where are we now? We're still November. No, I'll still be at work, but I can come to the airport, say hello, and stuff like that. Tia is in the house. Hello, Tia. How are you doing? Thank you for coming through. So the first heading it was how is dating in South Africa? That's the question that I got in the emails. The second question, I hope I was able to explain it. If there are South Africans in the chat or are going to watch the replay, you can add. You can add whatever you want to add because I may have gotten it wrong. Maybe things have changed drastically in the dating scene. But what I know. You don't have to dispute what I know or what I experienced is that dating in South Africa is very intentional. There's no I'm talking to you and I'm also talking to other people and I'm talking to other people. That part where it's happening, it's in tatters. There are problems, huge problems. As I said, it has actually given birth to gender-based violence because either a guy hates the fact that the girl that he's talking to is talking to other guys too, and then this unfortunate um, activity. I want to say, but I can't say the word. Do you know the word V? That that rhymes with violet. I want to say, but YouTube might actually flag the replay. So I just think of it that that's what I'm trying to say. It's just unfortunate that that part is has brought that up. Tia says, "Yes, sir, I want to know about dating too." Yeah, like I said, it's very intentional, Tia. If you want to come to South Africa and you are looking for a guy, and then you have intentions of being steady with this guy and subsequently get married to him, then you are in the right place. You are in the right country. I can put it to you that way because a guy is very intentional with the woman. It's to be exclusive with her, and same goes with the woman with the guy. It's usually exclusive. So yeah, that's the first question. The second question I was asked obviously came from many men. How are women in South Africa? Now, I'm not the type of person that would describe a woman in a manner in which you hear in hip hop songs or when guys are together and they are describing women and using some funny terminologies. I'm not that guy. All I can tell you, plain and simple, is that South African women are very beautiful. They come in different shapes and sizes. They come in different skin tone from darker to light, lighter, and all of that. There's even names for the lighter skinned girls. They are called yellow bows. I think you guys call them red bows. And then you have women that are shaped differently. And they basically, it, how do I put this in a nice way? In fact, in a respectful way, it's an assortment. It's totally up to you what your vibe is, what sort of a woman you are looking for. But one thing I can guarantee you, South Africa is one of the African countries with the most beautiful women. And our women, they are taught by their mothers. Basically, they are prepared from a very young age to be wives. Okay, they are prepared from a very young age to be wife. Some people will say wife material. I don't know what that means, but most women, when they grow up, how they talk, how they sit, how they interact with boys, how they do basically things, including in a black family household, when a girl does not do what I would say feminists what do you call this, cry about, that's not a girl in a black family. I'm going to speak once again about the Zulu culture. If a girl wakes up in the morning when the sun is already up, that's a problem already. And usually when she gets shouted, she'll be asked, what sort of a wife are you going to make waking up at this time? If she doesn't clean, if she doesn't cook, if she doesn't do all those things, it's a problem, because these are the things that as she grows, she is taught and prepared for marriage about. Same goes with young boys. They also, with boys, is a little bit more lenient on them. Um, yeah, it's because culture and what's that word I'm looking for? There's a word I'm looking for. Patriarchy. Yeah, patriarchy plays a major role. It's still a major thing in South Africa, especially in the Zulu culture. So if you are intending on dating a Zulu man, just know that patriarchy comes with it as well. Yes, these days many Zulu men are kind of like lowering down that level of patriarchy. Like myself, for example, me, I know how to do everything. My mother did not play that game like cooking is for girls, cleaning is for girls, da da da. We all needed to do the same thing. We used to take turns. There were four of us. Monday it was my turn to clean, cook, and do all the house chores. On Tuesday was my older brother's turn to cook for my younger sister. On Thursday was my younger sister, and on Friday and Saturday would be my mother, just to let us relax and enjoy ourselves and be kids as we're growing older. So that is why today I know how to cook. I don't have to wait for anybody to go and cook for me when I get home from work. If I get home first, I cook, I do everything, and by the time my partner gets back, everything is done. If she's the one who arrived first, that she does the same thing. So I'm saying that there are men like myself who were brought up by single mothers who are like, I'm not gonna play that game. Everybody, you have hands, you got a mouth, you got a belly. You are going to use your hands. So others don't do that at all. So they expect you as a woman to be the one that serves your king, type of thing. So yeah, patriarchy does play a role. This is something that you probably need to also have at the back of your mind. It's not as severe as how it used to be though, because people these days are modernizing. So there are some cultures that is practiced in front of your in-laws, but when it's you and your boyfriend or you and your husband, you don't have to follow them at all. You know, you can still do takeouts, eat takeouts, cook when you want to cook. But that is only between you and your husband. And your husband, of course, will hide this from his mother that actually my wife feeds me takeouts. It's a little bit funny, like hilarious, funny. It's no longer as how it used to be before. But when you are with the in-laws, you are expected to wear different type of attires. You are expected to behave in a certain manner. And once you leave your in-laws' house, then you can be yourself, you and your husband or boyfriend, whatever the case is. So, like I said, women in South Africa are kind of like brought up into that sort of future that one day you are going to be a wife, and these are the things that you will need to do to take care of your husband so that your husband doesn't have a wandering eyes. It's very true what they say about food being the major element that keeps your husband in the house. So if you feed your husband, he's not gonna have a wandering eyes, or your boyfriend is not gonna have a wandering eyes because he knows that he gets the TLC from you. Those are the things that they are taught. However, though, there are girls that are not taught at all. I don't know how they are brought up. We do come across such where you're like, were you raised by wolves? What's happening? Because of how they behave sometimes, you would swear that they were not brought up by parents. Maybe they didn't have parents. I don't know, so I would not judge. But such, I never pay attention to. I keep it moving. Not because I am patriarchal, like I said. I don't have rules. I don't have rules at all. I believe in equality. I believe that we are in a partnership. In a partnership, there's 50-50, I guess. So that's just me. That's how I was raised as well by a single mother who was like, you know what? If you want to go with that mentality, you are not going to be a happy man. That's how I was taught. Guys, please do come through if you want to come through. If you have questions, I'm going to leave the link one more time. And if you have questions, please don't be afraid. Don't be shy. I don't bite. I want to chat. I feel like chatting tonight as well. I want to chat tonight. So please don't be shy. Don't be shy. I'll highly appreciate hearing from you guys. Seriously. Then the third question was about passport bros. Are passport bros allowed in South Africa? Well, from what I just said with the first point, how is dating in South Africa? I guess if you're a passport bro, you are not going to fit in very well because I understand passport bros, they want to come to a country, date a bunch of women, even sleep with a bunch of women, and then take off to another country. I don't think any African girl in Africa, for that matter, is for that. I don't think any African girl wants to be used and then dumped and then you proceed to other people. I don't think that is going to work, especially here in South Africa, because South African girls are very confrontational as well. If they like you and then you the one who bothers them and stop them and say, hey, I like you, what not, and then next thing you are with another woman, your tires might get slashed, or more than your tires might get slashed. Like I said, dating in South Africa is very intentional. There's no talking to other people. So if you're a passport bro and you're saying you're looking for a wife, once you step foot in Africa and you come across a girl, she's already prepared to be a wife, as I already said. She was brought up that way and prepared to be a wife. So if you like her, your intention should be then, okay, I have found my princess. Then you make your intentions clear. If you want to meet her parents, you can't meet the parents first. You have to meet the uncles. The uncles will want some lobola money or lobola for that matter before you get to meet her parents. So, passport bro, the concept of passport bro or bros is not going to work in South Africa. But there are girls, I from our observation, that are known or called slay queens. So those, I don't know, I don't know anything about slay queens, but slay queens are mostly girls that are mostly into men that have money, that can buy them weaves and do their nails and do skincare and take them on holidays to Dubai and places like that. But I think themselves, they're also intentional with the people that they meet. So I'm not saying that slay queens are loose, but from what we have seen and observed, most of them are quite loose. Those are the ones that you be like, who raised you? Who raised you? Yeah, that judgmental mentality does kick in where you're like, who raised you? I would like to see the person that raised you and told you this was okay. Because unfortunately, some of these slay queens, yeah, the blesser culture, you're right. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, the blesser culture that is very prevalent here in South Africa. Unfortunately, most of this blesser culture, it's really, really young girls, very young girls. And I don't understand how a grown up man in his 40s will go for a 16, 17-year old child. And that 16, 17-year-old child gets used by these men, some of whom are sick, if you know what I mean. And most of these older men do not want to use protection when they are with these young girls. And this young girl be used by the blessers. And when she is tired of the blessers, and now she is ready to get married, and then a nice boy who was raised proper sees her, likes her, and she doesn't disclose to him that this is the lifestyle she once lived, and possibly she could be ill. And then take this boy who wants to marry her, marries him, and then only in the marriage he discovers that what just happened, or he discovers that this is the lifestyle she once led. Now it's too late. That's the only part that I hate about the blesser culture, that these old men have absolutely no regard for the future of these young girls. Absolutely no regard. And the way they dumb them, it's the most painful way you can imagine. The most painful way. And you'll find that he took her out of school. She could not proceed with her education because she believed that she is with this rich guy, and she's going to be with this rich guy for the rest of her life, without knowing or realizing that he has other young girls that he's doing the same thing to. And then when gets a little bit older, she gets dumped, and he goes for another young one, destroys her future. It's upsetting. It's very, very upsetting. I don't know why the law is not playing its role in this one. I've seen parents before, when they find out that their child is actually in a blesser culture relationship with an older man, they destroy the guy. They take him to jail. They open a case of statutory, that word that starts with an R. It rhymes with that animal called ape. So yeah, they open that case, and the guy gets goes to jail, which I don't feel bad for him. You should have known better that you should not be doing this with a child good enough to be your own child, sometimes even your granddaughter. It's sickening. It's absolutely sickening, if you ask me. So yeah, if you're a passport bro, I don't think you'll be successful in South Africa. I don't think you'll be successful in Africa, period. Maybe other parts of Africa, they are open to passport bros, but here in South Africa, dating is intentional. Always have that in the back of your mind, that when you get here, you are not going to enjoy your plans at all. You are Maybe you should just pass South Africa and go elsewhere. But if you want to date for real, The first girl that you meet, that's your plan. You know, you fulfilled your plan of coming to South Africa. Then the fourth question, which was very much asked by many people in the email, was: Is South Africa gay friendly? Yes, South Africa is very much gay friendly. As a matter of fact, this is enshrined in the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. Gay people are protected by the law. As a matter of fact, South Africa is the only country on the African continent where gay marriage is allowed. There are gay scenes all over the country in Johannesburg, Cape Town, and Durban in particular. If you are looking for such sceneries, you are going to get them in these three cities, but mostly prevalent in Cape Town. I think Johannesburg as well is now starting to take over Cape Town one way or the other. So yeah, if you are a gay person and you are like, oh, Africa, they don't want gay people. No, in South Africa, definitely you are very much protected by the law, and many gay people live openly as such, and they have their own. There's this even in our economy. There's this thing called, if I don't know if you know our currency. Our currency is called the rand, RAND. So now in our economy, we have what is called the pink rand, meaning that the gay community in South Africa contributes a huge amount of money into the South African GDP. The last time I checked, it was around 10 billion rand. I think that was about 8 years, no, 10 years ago. It was around 10 billion rand, meaning that most most likely when you go to an establishment, it is owned by a gay person, or gay people are the business owners of that particular business. And when you patronize that business, that money goes into the economy, and hence it's called the pink rand. Just 2 weeks ago, there was a gay pride in Santon. You can check it out on YouTube if you want to confirm what I'm saying. So yeah, definitely, South Africa is more than gay friendly. You can date a South African gay person if you want to marry a South African gay person. That it's allowed here. In South Africa. So that was the mostly asked question as well. The fifth and last question that I was asked about, it's a pretty long one. It says, if I married a South African lady, would I be allowed to take up South African citizenship? So if you're a guy and then you marry a South African lady in Africa, particularly the black community, we believe that you take your wife from her home to yours. So it's not the other way around. However, though, if you want to take up South African citizenship after marrying a South African, yes, you can do that. The law doesn't prohibit you from marrying a South African citizen and then you take up South African citizenship if you want to. Many fellow brothers and sisters from Africa, particularly in Nigeria, they come to South Africa and actually marry South African women and then take up South African citizenship. Though getting the South African citizenship is no longer as easy as it used to be. Back in the day, you would marry a South African citizen on Saturday. On Monday morning, you go to Home Affairs and you're a South African citizen. Now, I think it's 10 years before you're actually given a South African citizenship because of the system being corrupted. Apparently, there used to be a certain nationality that came from West Africa, came to South Africa to marry a South African citizen, dump the lady, marry to her the way he has, and takes the passport a South African passport, and then goes to Britain or Canada or US or wherever they intended to go. So basically, the destination is not South Africa. The destination is either USA, UK, Australia, or wherever. But the only way to get to these countries is by coming to South Africa, marry a South African lady, gets the citizenship, therefore getting the South African passport, off they're gone. And now we have a bad reputation in some of the countries. Like in the UK, South Africa lost its visa free entry into the UK because of this very reason. And we've been trying to fight this for the past probably 20 years now. And since things are not working anymore, they say no, we still have to enter the UK using a visa. I think other countries as well, we had visa free. And then because of this issue, then they said no. And then South Africa had to also stricken the rules that if you're going to marry a South African citizen, I think at first it started 5 years. You would have to be married to the South African citizen for 5 years before you are given South African citizenship. But they realized that okay, they kind of like waited out, and then they get the citizenship, get the passport, they dump the South African wife, and then they use the South African citizenship to these countries, and things just got worse from bad to worse. And South Africa then extended it to 10 years. I think it's sitting at 10 years right now. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comment section. But I don't think it will be as difficult or be scrutinized as it would if you were outside of those nationalities, marrying a South African for citizenship, or you want to take up citizenship or things like that. I think maybe it might be less than 10 years if you're African American or an American for that matter, of any race. Doesn't matter. I don't know. Maybe it's something that you will also have to check and a little bit deeper. What would also say Clancy's is working? Yes. I know. I just came back from another live and then I'm here. Yeah, I get what you say. Yeah, definitely. When you have multiple channels, you better work. So yeah, but traditionally in South Africa, if you're a man, you the one who take your wife from her home. So if you're an American citizen, you marry a South African. Traditionally, we believe that she's gonna go with you back to the U.S. Not because she wants a green card. As you guys know, South Africans don't play that game. We are not lined up at the White House for the green card. We don't care. We fine as where we are. In case you were wondering. But of course, if you are going to fall in love with a South African citizen and they are willing to go with you, then that's not a problem either. But yeah, you can do that. But if you are a what do you call this? An American woman, you marry a South African citizen. Again, traditionally, in fact, if it's a man and you're a woman marrying a South African man, you are going to be a South African citizen. Period. You are going to be a South African citizen because of that tradition that I just told you about. That we believe that we take you from your family and we bring you home to my home. So now, this thing that you are an American and a South African, like dual citizenship, South African man will be like, no, sir, no, ma'am, no, no, ma'am. You are now a Zulu woman if you marry a Zulu man, or a Tonga woman if you marry a Tonga, or a Tswana woman if you marry a Tswana man, etc., and so on. So yeah, I don't know. I think those are the questions that I was asked regarding this topic of dating and marriage, as well as sexual orientation. So those are the things. Oh yeah, passport bros as well. If you're a passport bro, I'm sorry to break this one to you. It might not work for you in South Africa, but I'm not saying 100% is not. I don't know. Maybe you may have found a niche in South Africa. Hey, do you? But as far as I know, many South African women are intentional when they find potential love. Usually, some they want to move into a. I know I did it deliberately. Oh, Okay, okay. No, actually, you're right. Initially, I wanted to spell it like that. I don't know. Oh, it was autocorrect. I was autocorrected, and I thought I was going to change it. You're absolutely right. You work with all. In South Africa, that's how we call it this time. We say it's December, boss. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. I spelled it incorrectly. I spelled it like how it is. It's supposed to. No, no, no. We have our own. We call it exactly how Walk with Or has put it. It was autocorrect. I promise you. I thought I was going to once again do it that way. Absolutely. Tia says, any news about a South African digital nomad visa? I think they're working on that. I think they're about probably in 2024. We are going to hear news on that, but um, you can still come for the 90 days. I don't know if the 90 days is tedious for you. Maybe you'll have to wait until it is finalized. But I hear that it's almost concluded, the digital visa thing. And I now that you're talking about digital visa, I okay, I will talk to her myself. I have a guilt in my heart on somebody that I was working with regarding something that we were putting together. I think I got disoriented with a lot of things as well. Plus, work just sat on my neck this year. And but anyways, things are starting to slow down. We are winding down 2023 because, like I said to you guys earlier, that I do close on the 14th of December until probably the 13th of January when we start the new year at work. So I'm going to be available for a lot of things that I may have made promises about to many people. I'll be available. I'll be available. Don't you just hate it when your glasses have this thing? You know, I cleaned these glasses so many times, and I'm disturbed. I really am disturbed. And I can imagine you watching. You be like, "Ooh, sis, like, why don't you clean your glasses?" I did before I actually said. I didn't realize that. Ugh, it's annoying me. Tia says, I'm coming for 90 days in April. Yeah, I think it's gonna work. In 90 days, it's just visa. When you enter, you just get that stamp, and 90 days is yours to do whatever you want to do. If you want to be a digital nomad, you go for it. I've seen a lot of American digital nomads so far. They do the 90 days. If they still enjoy being in South Africa, they do border hopping and come back. Like they will go maybe to Zimbabwe for a day, or they will go to Lesotho for a day, or Namibia for a day, or wherever, and then they get the stamp for another 90 days. So it's totally up to you until they finalize this. But I think they are finalizing a lot of visas. There are something I remember in Parliament they discussed the rules of the visas that they were too stringent, so they need to relax many of these visas. Uh, excuse me, from the retirement visa, the exuberant amount of money that they ask of the retirees to have in their account on a monthly basis, they are slowing all of that down. So they're gonna make things pretty easy because they're realizing that South Africa is also now in the spotlight, especially with the diasporans, African diasporans. So they don't want to make it too difficult for you to enter the country legally, because that's what South Africans want. They want legal people in the country so that it's easy if anything happens to get to you, that sort of stuff. What we all say is we are behind with the digital visa. Kenya is already using it. So I hear, yes, that's very true. Kenya has gone way beyond. I think they're even offering citizenship if you're a diasporan and you're interested in becoming a Kenyan citizen or something like that. I'm not sure if I heard about Kenya or somewhere else. I know Liberia, Sierra Leone, Ghana, where else? I think Uganda as well. They are giving like citizenship to African Americans that are interested in taking up citizenship. That is something I feel like South Africa also need to do because a lot of African American people have the kind of skills that we are looking for, like critical skills that we are looking for. And I don't think they should make it difficult uh, for them to enter the country and contribute in building South Africa as we have been building the country. So Kenya is way ahead already. So yeah, I believe what you are saying, work with or. Tia says we can't see it. What do you mean you can't say what? Yes, 100% legal. Oh, yes, have to be 100% legal. Because the problems that we are having in South Africa right now, especially when it comes to crime, some of these heinous crimes are committed by people who are not legal. That means we have absolutely no information about them. They can enter your house, into your house, murder you, leave fingerprints, and then when the police investigate and they do find fingerprints, they are very brazen. By the way, they don't wear gloves, they don't wear anything to cover themselves, and yeah, they leave fingerprints. The police come, leave the fingerprints, and it's not matching anybody in the database. So that is why South Africans are like, whoa, 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 whoa. We cannot be sitting ducks like this. Get everybody that is not a South African citizen to be legal, so that if anything happens, we know where to get you. Tia says can't see your glasses issues. Oh, you can't see it. I'm so glad because I'm worried. Ever since I started this stream, I'm like paying attention to that semicircle. It's actually not dirt either. It's me who was I was cleaning it, and I think I missed that spot ending. So yeah, like I said, like legality is what we are looking for. Hopefully, anyways, if you're American citizen, a lot of you, anyways, are coming in legally, and we appreciate that. We very much appreciate that. I don't know. Is there any more questions that you would like to ask? There are eight of us here in the live. Any questions before I say good night on my side? Like I said, what would all exposed me? I had another live not so long ago, and now I'm having this live, and my jaws are a little bit tight now. No, I'm not complaining. I love doing this. I really do. I love talking to y'all. You guys already know this. I already love. I mean, I do. I do love y'all very much. I love that. So, any questions, or should we say goodbye? See each other again next Saturday. What's up? Other people that are silent but watching, hello. Say hello, please. And please don't leave without liking the live. I would highly appreciate that. We need to get the algorithm on our side so that we remember you guys. The challenge is 1,000 subscribers by December, and we are fast approaching December, and we're still not there, not even near. I think now we left about 200 or something like that. Biz Boss Moves essay. Yeah, what's up? What's up? Well, it's good to see a South Africa in the house. Oh, what's up? I know Wako is in the house as well, South African. It's me, Rhodia. Nice name. Hi, Rhodia. How are you doing? Thank you, guys. Any more? It's nine now. Nine of us that are here. Can I see more of you? Hello. Don't be shy. I don't bite. Please say hello. Thank you. Before we go, I highly appreciate that. Yeah, guys. Any questions? Do you wanna any clarification regarding dating in South Africa? If you're a passport bro, are you considering South Africa anymore? I'm sorry to break it to you. South Africa is not your destination. if that's what you're looking for. A vacation, sure. For fun, sure. But for dating, not hopping. You're not gonna do hops. Because if you're going to go, if you meet a girl, you're gonna have to go with her wherever you are going to go with her. If she open for that. It's me, Rodia says, enjoy your streams. Keep it up. Ah, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, every time I'm about to sit down and do a live stream, I am nervous. I am so nervous because I'm thinking so many things like, is anybody gonna be out there? Is anybody gonna watch? And then I get surprised every time when I see the numbers in my screen that, oh my goodness, there are people that are watching. I even get more surprised when I see the replay. It keeps growing in terms of views. Thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate you all. Yes, I do get trolls, but I don't care about trolls. To me, they're neither here nor there. I don't care about them at all. And those that also try, they try it. And those that try it, the ones that I go for. I like people that want to try it with me. I think I've said it before. You wanna go low, I go lower. If you go lower, I go to hell. That's what I do. I'm a cancer. Dila says, appreciate your information. I will reach out to by email within the next week. Cool. I cannot wait to meet you when you get here in 2 weeks. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I appreciate you all so much. Let's see each other again next Saturday. I thought I was going to drop a podcast video, but I've been tied up, guys. December, it's going to be freedom. Freedom all the way through December because I'm going back to work January 13th. I did not take leave this year at all, so I want to take some few days off, do content creation, and interact with my people all over the world. That's what I want to do. That is exactly what I want to do. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much. Let's see each other again. I think this is the 18th time I'm saying this. Bye. Much love.